Sheep chat. So you guys always wanted to look at some sheep, so I'll take you guys over here. Some New Zealand sheep. I don't eat lamb, but people tell me it's kind of oily. Well, I have in the past, but a lot of my friends eat lamb, and they love the lamb tails, the actual lamb tails, the tails of the lambs. So my usual walk that I do, Chad, I'll show you. My usual walk that I do is there's a track you can just see here. So I usually walk this track, walk around those houses, walk back down, walk up, back up the hill and loop around. And that's usually an hour. So I usually do the lower tier walk. The one we did is a medium tier. That one there is the high tier, top tier walk, more advanced walk. But the only problem with streaming that is the internet is not that good. Some of the sheep over here, chat. Yep, there's a sheep. There's a sheep right here. New Zealand sheep. There's New Zealand sheep right there, dude. Yep, take a photo actually. Let's take a close up, eh? Look at that one looking at us. Meh, meh, meh.
Circusaurus_Rex says so cool.
Take a photo of this one, chat. 1, 2, 3, done. That photo will be on the Discord. So if you guys go to Discord, social media uploads, you'll be able to see the photos there. All the photos I've taken today. Yeah, and that's my town, my beautiful town, Blenheim, Waido town. We can walk this way, but I don't know what the internet's going to be like there. It's a lady jogging. Yeah. So what we can do is just walk down the hill and we'll walk along the track back to the car park, chat. Back to the car park, then I think we'll go home and I want to water the plants. And then I'm cooking dinner tonight. So I'm cooking my mum and my auntie Vietnam pho. I'm cooking pho noodle soup, seafood, Vietnam seafood noodle soup with spring rolls. So I'll be cooking that tonight. You didn't know I'm a chef. You didn't know I learned how to cook while I was in Vietnam. Yes. I don't just go there for the woman. I don't just go there for the goodness. I don't just go there for the vinegar juice. This guy. Chad, every man should be able to cook. Even if he can cook noodles, at least he can cook, right? So if your partner goes, can you cook me something? And you go, I can't cook, then bro, come on, man. Like, dude. I think most dudes now will go, okay, yeah, I'll cook it. Okay, Uber Eats. Can you send me this guy? Bro, you guys should do is just use ChatGPT if you don't know how to cook. Just get a recipe and it will tell you what ingredients you need and how to do it. The method. Easy, simple. More sheep, chat, more sheep. Bang. 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 Let's take a photo, chat. Bang. Do you guys go? That was a cool photo I took, chat. You can see that one on Discord. It looks kind of cute.
Hamzy_says, haha, how brother.
Hey, what's up, Kamzi? What's up, bro? What's up? How you doing, man? Been behaving or this misbehaving guy? Yeah, I'm just showing the chat a good view of my town here, like, just showing you guys the vibes, getting a bit of exercise in. Your health is your wealth, you know, just putting in the grind a little investment like this. You know what I like about actually streaming my walks is I'm hitting like two or three birds with one stone, right? One is you're walking, getting exercise. Two is you're streaming, and through the streams you can monetize that, so you're making money on top of that. And then the most important one is you are inspiring people, you are encouraging them, you are there to give them insights, so you're doing like a whole bunch of throwing like one stone at like four or five birds. I think it's a good thing if you can do that. If you can find work like that, that's meaningful work. Don't you reckon, Chad? I think it's meaningful work where you can find work where you love what you're doing. You are making money from it, because we all got to live, we all got to make money, we all got to survive. But at the same time, you are helping others. You are creating insights or inspiration, or giving people encouragement, on life. It could be just life encouragement. And I think if you're if you have a role, whether it's work or business, and you have those elements and you love what you're doing, where you're making money to survive, helping your family, and you're inspiring other people and encouraging them, I think that's a really good, meaningful combo. And I think that's a healthy lifestyle too. You feel really good. You feel really great, inspired. Because you're hitting, as I said, 4 or 5 birds with one stone. Hey, that's just my insights, man. I'm not trying to like be a guru or a Jedi Knight, but yeah, just take it with a grain of salt. Look how brown it is here, though, chat. So it's been very, 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 very hot with dry heat here in the South Island, and it's all brown. The mountains are brown. Look, all the mountains are brown here. The trees are beautiful. They're still green. Do you know what I mean? And the vineyards. So all the greenery out there, I'll show you. All that greenery out there, those are all vineyards. Those are all grapes. Those are all wineries. Those are all grapes out there, chat. I'll take a photo of there as well. Okay, I took a photo of that to show you guys. So that's why those are green. But the mountainside, it's all brown, man. Because it gets a really dry heat here, chat. A very, very dry heat. I've got to be careful of my footing, because it's going like this. There's a massive incline down, and you don't want to slip, and you don't want to like break an ankle, or you know what I mean. So you got to be careful and have the right footwear and tread, especially if you're like a big dude. If you're a big guy, I know what it's like, man. You don't want to slide down a mountain and then you need you need a chopper to lift you out. That kind of sucks. So you guys are probably going, okay, usually Wiz is deep diving at this time. And you're right. I usually talk about deep diving a lot. But at the same time, I realized another thing too is that, yeah, we can talk about the issues, but if we don't talk about solutions, then we're only getting and digesting one energy. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of the energy that's out there right now with what's going on globally is quite negative. And if we don't um, talk about some of the solutions to those and the possibles, what is possible, then we can't equal that energy. And so, yeah, it was something that came up actually today. I made a post because I've seen a lot of posts online now where the stuff I was talking about to you guys over the past 2 years, deep diving, I told you guys all what's going to happen and what's happened, and you've seen it. We're in it right now. And I'm seeing people posting that stuff now. Hey, it's cool. I'm not saying that it's not cool. They're awakening. They're awakening, you know what I mean? They're waking up, and that's cool. Everyone's going through their process of waking up. We've already been awake, chat. We've been awake for a long time. And we've got solutions too, which is where I'm moving more towards now, is solutions. Okay, what can we do now? You know, yes, there's something going on in the Middle East, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do for your family? What are you going to do for your community? Do you know what I mean? What are the solutions that you can look forward to create longevity for you and your family and stuff like that? I'm not saying don't talk about the problems, but I'm seeing heaps and heaps of people talking about all the stuff we were talking about, but not offering solutions, not offering another aspect. Do you know what I mean? Hey, I know it's all part of life too. We go through these phases when we get new information. People want to put it out there, boom, boom, and I think a lot of the time it can be ego driven. But at the same time, we've got to look at solutions too. So I think the last week I have been developing with a group of others a very good transition, because I've talked to you guys about resource-based economy, a possible new social system which moves away from the fiat monetary system, which moves away from the cabal's central banking digital currency system, which moves away from a BRICS gold standard system. All those systems are not what a resource-based economy is. Those systems are still based on artificial scarcity. Those systems are still based on competition. Those systems are still based on self-interest. Those systems are based on corruption because of the reward mechanism built into those systems. So I'm working with a few others, and we're developing a transition type system that we're going to trial here in New Zealand. It's going to be, I won't say it, I better not say it because you guys will go, wow, better not say it, but it's a transition system. So I am looking at alternatives, because what I can see now, if things go sideways over there, they start bringing out the nukes. Yeah, it's going to fuck things up real bad. So we got to put something in place as a transition for people, but here in New Zealand first. I can only do New Zealand first. So I may not even be able to travel back to Asia, chat. I may not be able to go back. We're looking at heading back in a week, 10 days or so, but if shit hits the fan, I'll just sit down and have a chat with you guys. If shit hits the fan by then, yeah, that may not be an option to go back. Do you know what I mean? It may not be an option to go back over to Asia, although I do, because I do have shit back there I need to do. I've got stuff I want to do back there in Asia. But as I said, man, if they start dropping those nukes, then it's best we stay here. But at the same time, staying here, I have got working on solutions back here, plans, alternatives, visions, You gotta have people that have vision, I reckon. We don't have many people in New Zealand that they do have vision, but their vision is confined into a fishbowl, not outside the fishbowl. They're thinking within the fishbowl, or they're thinking within the limits of the fishbowl. They're not thinking outside the fishbowl. Even me, when I dropped the idea of a resource-based economy, a world with no money, a world where people have access, abundance, where people work in collaboration with one another, a world where, oh shit, I put this up to my hand and the sun on my hand, and it's like a, what do you call it, magnifying glass. It burnt me. It's like it burns the water. It's like a magnifying glass, chat. Wow. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, resource-based economy, totally different. I reckon that is the ultimate system. Not the ultimate, the system we could transcend to now, but there's got to be a transitional phase. How the transition happens, I don't know. Do not look at water like that through this. Do not look at the sun through water, because it'll burn your eye. So yeah, I just got to see how things go, chat. We might not be able to go back to Asia. See how things go. See how things pan out. Anyway, we've got one of our snack bars here. Hope you guys are well, by the way. I know a lot of guys will be looking at the stream going, "Oh, fuck, that's a nice country." Yeah, it is a nice country. Not a nice country, it's a beautiful country. New Zealand's a beautiful country, chat. Very, very beautiful. And I'm good, Kamzi, man. I'm good. We are all good, dude. Hope you're well too. So I think some of the solutions people can think about is getting to know people in your community. The hell is that? Fly? Getting to know people in your community. Collaborating with others in your community of like mind. Knowing where, if the shiz hits the fan, knowing where you can get water. Knowing where you can get necessities of life besides the supermarket. Get your own seeds. Prepare. And this is what I talked about today. Not only prepare for the worst case scenario, but also prepare for the best case scenario too. Many people are just focusing on, when I was walking down the hill, that's what I was mentioning. Many people are focusing on the worst case scenario. No one's talking about, okay, what's a best case scenario? We've got to also talk about best case scenarios, not just worst case scenarios. Best case scenario, there is no more conflict. Humanity moves away from a fiat currency but moves into a resource-based economy. Wow, that would be so amazing. Gone will be the need to work as a slave. Gone will be the need for marketing. Gone will be the need for advertising. Heck, gone will be the need for reward mechanisms that we have like in a monetary system. Totally different. I reckon that would be the best case scenario. To create new incentives so you can do the things you want to do, the things you love doing. Family time, recreation, self-development,